What's up with it, y'all? Welcome back to Libra Club Social. It's your boy Jay, and today I'll be doing a general reading for the sign of Libra. What's up with it, Libra? Gang, gang, gang. We in this thing. Yeah, the Libra way. Libra gang, Libra way, all day, every day. Coming back with another general. Happy holidays to everyone out there celebrating Thanksgiving. I appreciate the love, support, likes, comments, subscribes, donations, contributions. Shouts out to everybody that's been booking with me. 18 and up explicit content. All right, getting into it for Libra. What does Libra need to know on this lovely day? Nine of Cups energy. You don't need any permission to make any decisions. The Hermit. Keep it to yourself and you're just fine. I can do bad all by myself. Yeah, you in your head thinking about walking away from a situation. This could be revolving a connection or just something that's no longer serving you in general. Could be a job, could be a relationship, could be a situation, could be a career path, could be a hobby. Regardless, it's connected to finances as well. It's wanting to throw in a little bit of finances in there. I saw the 10 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, I will also be doing a love reading on the other channel for Libra today. So Libra, you get 2 readings today. One general here on this channel and a love reading on Jay the Emperor. But we got that death card showing itself. That death definitely represents life and death, transition, starting over, transformation even. One door closing, another door opening. The cycle of life. All right, 10 of Cups. You living in your truth is how you're gonna get, is how you're gonna get whatever this is that you're wanting. What is it that, what are Libras wanting? You wanting to build? Queen of Swords, you want to cut someone off, the Emperor, an Aries. Cutting off an Aries. You could have already made this move or done this. Yeah, leaving them out in the cold, financial struggle, or just feeling lonely, left out in the cold. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, odd situation, an odd number. You have to sacrifice the old in order to get. What are you willing to sacrifice? This has come up before in the readings. When you carry someone else's burdens, when you're carrying other people's weight, baggage, it kind of slows you down, or it kind of puts clogs in the airflow way for manifestations to come in. Meaning you'll be in the same boat with someone and they're the ones poking holes in the boat while you're trying to stop the holes. So you aren't actually sailing or making any progress or going to where you need to go or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of illusions around you, but it's not to be fearful. You're super conscious at this time. You're highly aware at this time. So with you being conscious and aware, conscious is like constant attention, right? I won't take my focus on something until I figure it out. I'm seeing through the illusions. I'm waiting for the mirage to fade away, right? 9 of Pentacles. See, when you're by yourself, you can be honest. When you're alone, that is when you're your most authentic self. Or when you have an ego death. But when you're alone, that's when you're your most authentic self. It's just a singular thinking pattern. You don't consider everything before you do it. You just do it. The devil. And that's why the devil is always tempting you, coming for you, because you're too isolated. You're always alone. The devil don't tempt evil people. The devil tempts people of the light. People who are vulnerable. People who back is against the wall. Or maybe, again, that word vulnerable may be, I want to even say desperation. The Sun. But you bring light to the situation, which exposes the devil. The devil can't last too long in the light, similar to like a vampire. The light shines and they just get to burning away. They get to hide. No, whenever you start to admit the truth, your truth shatters their reality. So let's just say if you're around a person, this could be a friend or a stranger. You stink. They smell real bad, and you just say what's off the top of your head. You fucking stink. and they get offended, but it's the truth. So they run from that truth. Them getting offended, them being hurt by what you said, is them trying to retreat into the darkness, right? But your exposure, your truth, people will avoid you because you simply live in your truth. You expose the truth, therefore you put a mirror up to their face. Therefore, they don't want you to say what's really going on. They don't want you to call them a manipulator. They don't want you to say. They'd rather you just go along, play along with it, get along. Now, there's a time and place, obviously. Only a fool goes around blurting out everything that's on their mind at the exact time they're thinking it. This is where the calculations and the strategies come into play. There's a lot of conflict around you. Someone could be bringing you drama. You could be in a dramatic situation, either with friends, family, relations. Ten of Swords, and you're about fed up. It's recommending you to don't fix a situation you didn't break. Don't try to fix a broken person, especially if they were broken from their childhood or just in general. Could have went through something traumatic recently. Avoid broken people or stop crying over spilled milk, especially if you're not the one who made the mess. Nine of Cups coming out again, which is that, I'm saying again because it showed itself in the pre-shuffle, but this is that independence. This is that stability. This is that stubbornness. This is that discipline. This is also that comfortability. The Nine of Cups has built a comfortable position for themselves. That's why it's so easy to just be alone. The Empress. When you're dealing with certain people who you know you're not supposed to deal with, or when people are draining you or taking it or anything of that nature, or when you're in situations that you know you shouldn't be in, it takes you out of that Empress energy. It takes you out of that Justice energy. And then you start to show up as the Queen of Swords. But whenever you release things that are no longer serving you, when you just allow, give, don't force. When you assume the position, when you attract instead of chasing, that Venusian energy starts to come back to the surface, meaning you start to feel like a Libra again. You start to feel like the Empress again. Yes, you do have to work to be the Empress, but when the Empress ain't working, the Empress is just being the Empress, which is sitting on that throne, having everything that you need, being attractive. Mainly just focus on beauty, looks, harmony, and love. Now, the Tower is coming out as well. The story is never ending. With the Tower striking, there's going to be a natural, I won't say disaster, I'll say situation. The Tower doesn't always have to be a disaster, but in this case it is. Lightning striking the building catches on fire and throws people out the window, falling to their death. Sometimes you got to go with it. Be aware of crash outs and crash dummies and crash idiots. Yeah, it's like the throwing out of a relationship or a connection. Throwing out a relationship, throwing out a connection. Justice, this is the karma. You have better things to do with your time, or better things to do in general. Taking control or putting matters into your own hands. Love life or personal life or family life may not be too hot right now, but at least you get to go to work. At least you have the ability to work. At least you still woke up today. At least you're still a Libra. At least you're self-sufficient. At least you can thrive without depending on another person. True independence. Now, the last card coming out was the Hierophant. With the Hierophant, this is a lesson you've learned before. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I may have said that wrong or in the wrong order, but you get the point. The last card out being the Hierophant. Once you grasp a spiritual lesson, you're no longer a student. You're the teacher or the master or the expert. Therefore, you can teach others. But you won't go down that road of trying to learn that lesson again. You've already learned that lesson. You've already graduated high school or college. You've already graduated the school of life. Therefore, you're at the top. You're a teacher now. So you can teach others and help guide others. And lead by example. Be put on a pedestal, even be higher than most. There's a lot of people who want to be in connections and they're on a low vibration. You automatically are put on a pedestal when you choose to rise above the surface level. That's really all a lesson. It's really all a lesson. Like if you just really pay attention, like this is the guru up top, but there's a couple or students below. The key, there's two keys right there, which is almost showing like the communication is key, or the key you both have each other's key, or you are both helping each other unlock the key. Communication is key, but solving the problem between the two is the key. Notice that there is diamonds, or you can call them triangles or stars, or whatever you want to call them, imprinted into like the pillars here. So there's two pillars, so it's letting you know that there's depth here. It's letting you know that there is a specific pattern, a way of life. Things go in a cycle or a circle or I won't even say cycle or circle, but duality type of way. In a duality type of way, yeah. As above, so below. Gonna try something a little different using that yes or no deck just to get one clarity card, and then we can pull a card for each sign. If it resonates, like if you want me to pick up on your energy, comment. Star card at the bottom of the deck as well, which represents wish, dreams, fantasies, prayers being answered, dreams coming true, fantasies coming into reality. Don't waste your energy and then wonder why finances are not exactly where you expect them to be. There are many opportunities that lie ahead for you, but it's up to you to take advantage. Who cares if you're alone? No one cares, just work harder. Confirmation. No one cares, work harder. Confirmation. Oh, we also have one fall on the ground. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, the Fool in reverse. This is someone definitely being ignorant to a situation, even though they're completely aware. Being ignorant to a situation, even though you're completely aware. Being scared or hesitating to take a risk. Being hyper aware of everything that could go wrong. Super focused on like pessimism. Like super focused on the negativity of the situation or what could go wrong instead of speaking positively, being optimistic and hopeful. The Fool is like the opposite, or the Fool in reverse is like the opposite. Coming out of that energy, fear. Mental torture even, maybe. All right, enough of that. What does Libra need to know dealing with each sign? All the way from Aries to Pisces. Again, I'm going to do a love reading for the other channel. So if you're interested in a Libra love reading, go to the other channel, Jay the Emperor. If you're interested in booking, jaytheemperor.com. I do get booked every day. If it resonates, like. If you want me to pick up on your energy, comment. What does Libra need to know dealing with each sign here? What does Libra need to know? Dealing with each sign all the way from Aries to Pisces. Libra dealing with each sign all the way from Aries to Pisces. Let's figure it out here. Give me one moment. I always have to reset the deck. Now, your boundaries are trash. You teach people how to treat you. Expect a lot of abundance to flow in as well. Because you're not focused on any energies outside of you. You're only focused on your own manifestation. Your own doing, your own being. What does Libra want? Spoiled Libra. Imagine if you were in a relationship with yourself, or imagine if you were your own parent. There's an older version of you, who you are now, and then there's a smaller version of you. How would you treat that younger Libra, that child of yours, which is really just you? So getting connected with your inner child. Yeah, that's how I channel shit. If you're dealing with an Aries rushing in real quick and being Captain Save a Hoe, and you either the hoe, or you're either the Captain Save a Hoe with daddy issues. I don't know. If you're dealing with a Taurus, it's a karmic, or justice. Justice is being served, or balance is being established between the two of you. If you're dealing with a Gemini, there's a delay or a wait or a hold. Now is not the time. If you're dealing with a Cancer, give them an offer or a gift, and that will warm them up. Vice versa, they want to try to give you a gift, or like people always do what they want. So if they expect you to be more open and loving, they'll give you a gift in hopes that you will give them that one day, or in hopes that you will treat them or reciprocate the same energy. If you're dealing with a Leo liar, they're lying. Leo the lion is lying. Even if it's a lioness, it still has that lion-ass person. If you're dealing with a Virgo, the Tower, it won't work. Faulty foundation, quick and sudden change, posting a clarity or epiphany, realization. The Tower, falling out of the two. If you're dealing with the Libra, moving on to calmer waters. Single by choice. I don't need love, I have other responsibilities. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they try to offer you something, but you don't want it. Therefore, if you try to offer them something, they ain't gonna want it. Too caught up in the feelings. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, the Death card is dead, it's over. Transformation. Manifest a new Sagittarius. Manifest a new experience with Sagittarius. Regardless, it's over, it's dead. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they think about you when they wake up or before they go to sleep or in their dreams. They could also pray for you, pray on you. They're praying on you, lusting after you, or could even be touching themselves over you touching themselves while thinking about you. But even if it's not sexual, they still think about you when they wake up or before they go to bed. They wish. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, they're on guard, or you should be on guard when dealing with an Aquarius, because they want to be like you. If you're dealing with a Pisces, King of Pentacles, they love to be put on the pedestal. They love to be dealt with in a specific way. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about what you're wanting. I only care about what Libras want. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fat, clean it up. You need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. All right. I'm going to leave it at that for the sign of Libra. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.